Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the energies for the full moon that's occurring on February 24th, 2024. We're going to take a look at each life path number and the energies that may present under this illumination. Before we get into the forecast, this, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading where we'll look at your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. I'd love to work with you. My information is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. Life path number 9. So you are, of course, working with some really big, powerful energy around this full moon. So you've got the energy of the 16-7 that you're going to be working with, as well as snake energy. So what's interesting is the 16-7 as well as snake energy both sort of signify tower energy in tarot. So and anytime we mention tower energy, people usually get a little bit nervous. But really what the tower energy brings forth is some kind of greater awareness, some kind of greater jolt to the system that brings a greater awakening, right? So, and that awareness or that awakening then forces some kind of change. Because it's like once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. Or once you see something, you can't unsee it. And so typically, you will make modifications from that awareness to get some kind of different result based on the new awareness. And so the 16-7 absolutely brings some kind of physical experience that leads to some kind of greater understanding or awakening or awareness about ourselves or the world around us. And through that greater awareness, again, we often will choose to make some kind of adjustment or change to our environment or situation to get better results. This energy doesn't usually come in very concentrated unless it needs to. So in other words, if you're pretty well balanced in most areas of your life and you don't need like this jolt to your system, you likely won't feel this energy as intensely as someone who sort of needs that push in a different direction. And so you might be called to sort of hold space for that individual and help them to move through it. But we all go through these transformations in our lifetime. And so for this being a full moons often indicate some kind of closure, things coming to cyclical closure, right? Like something ending. And so that can be the end of a belief system. That can be the end of sort of bad behaviors that were getting poor results, right? Or it could be the end of a relationship or something like that. But whatever it is, there's going to be some kind of greater awareness that comes through that offers some kind of greater healing and greater evolution. That's the beauty of both snake energy and the 16-7. They both lead to some kind of greater evolution, typically a spiritual evolution, right? Or some kind of spiritual awakening where we open up to sort of the bigger side of ourselves, which is the soul, right? And it's not killing off the ego, but it's really working with the ego so that the ego is not driving. It's not in the driver's seat. And the snake energy as well as 16-7 energy helps us to do that, right? Helps to put the soul back in the driver's seat. So we're moving from the heart space while also utilizing the ego to help us to get to where it is that we want to go. But it's very likely for you nines that wherever it is that needs movement, right? Needs change, needs some kind of, and this is big transformation. This isn't just like, I don't know, I'm going to cut my hair. This is like this can be life-altering transformation when this comes through, especially together, right? Snake and the 16-7. This can be life-altering change that changes the course of your life and the course of the direction that you're moving in. So this can be very monumental and one of those experiences that you can look back on and you'll likely remember for quite some time, if not forever. So again, this is a general reading, so it's not necessarily going to affect everyone. But it might be that you need to hold space for someone who is moving through some kind of massive transformation like this. And that can be a partner, a friend, whoever. And a 9 is likely, very capable of handling, holding space for another to move through this kind of transformation. But it could be for you as well. Again, if there's some area that you've really been stuck in or not, or sort of had the blinders on, this energy comes in and rips the blinders off and forces us to see where it is that we are sort of in a self-imposed prison, where it is that we continue to self-sabotage. And this energy comes in to help to shake it up and remove it so that we can move forward in liberation, right? It's a liberating type of energy. Both the 16-7 and the snake are liberating types of energy. It sort of busts open the shackles and then we can move forward. That's not always comfortable, especially if it's something that we've been clinging to because we think it's safe. So big energy here. But again, this isn't going to necessarily be for everyone. It may be that you're holding space. So just kind of keep that in mind. It might be a partner or a friend that's moving through something very significant at this time and needs to feel like they have a safe space to be able to help them move through it. And I would also say, with that being said, if this is coming in for you and there is this massive shakeup in your life in some area, and I know this is difficult for nines, but this is a time to ask for help, to ask for support so that you feel supported as you move through this transition, so that you feel supported as you move through this change. This is not a time to isolate. This is definitely a time to lean on others, ask for help, and receive that help. And I know that that's difficult for nines, but if you're someone who's moving through this massive change and transformation, you're going to need to do that, right? To help you get through it and to see that you're not an island and you're not meant to do this journey on your own. So big energy nines, but what's new? So I hope it's a great full moon. Take care. Bye for now.